hand. It was always Solomon. Sarah fights to escape and kicks out the wooden floor.
I don't know what happened there. Internet blinked out for a minute.
Fights to escape and kicks. Always Solomon. Sarah fights to escape and kicks out the wooden floor above her in a manner very similar to Cindy Berman in the camp kitchen. She emerges above ground in the middle of the church, but she's unable to have a happy reunion with Hannah in the town square.
I found the witch!
Yo! Sorry, I don't know what happened. My internet went down for a minute. Whatever.
Unable to have a happy reunion. Unable to have a happy reunion with Hannah in the town square.
I found the witch!
Because
I found the witch!
Because
I found the witch!
Because that motherfucking Solomon Good sells her out, the spineless, self-serving son of a bitch. The town marches Sarah and Hannah out to the hanging tree and demands that they confess their sins of witchery. With one last look at her love, Sarah bears the burden on her own.
I confess!
The burden on her own.
I confess!
Gotta go because of Father's Day and stuff. Where are you that Father's Day is now?
The burden on her own.
I confess!
You made me freak out for a second. I was like, oh, did I not call my dad today? And then I was like, wait a minute, Father's Day was in June, and I went to Michigan to see him. I'm good. Do I think Matt Pack could host Jeopardy? If you wanted to, dude abides. Thanks, Jay is Greg, barely comedy. What do you mean? You can go watch that Fear Street 2 kill count right now. It's back.
The burden on her own.
I confess!
She says she made a deal with the devil and bewitched Hannah to...
God, that sucks that people don't know that. That is fucking available to watch right now. YouTube is fucking my shit up.
The devil and bewitched Hannah to be her lover. This is how the legend of Sarah Fear got started, and it's a complete tearjerker as we watch her take the blame and brunt to save the love of her life.
Thank you, Javier Carrillo.
Blame and brunt to save the love of her life.
It was only me.
Man, Marco Beltrami's score in this installment is so fucking good. Thank you, Travis Farmer. I don't remember where I got that shirt.
It was only me. It was always me.
Solomon ordered...
Thank you, Alex Robinson. Appreciate that. And Tornado Swirl. Ho, ho, ho.
It was always me.
Solomon orders Hannah let go and moves in to enact Sarah's punishment. Though she is no real witch, she curses him anyway.
The truth shall be your curse. It will follow you for eternity. I will shadow you forever.
Didn't Netflix copyright claim and block the Babysitter Killer Queen? I don't think so. Did they? Let me look it up. Killer Queen. Oh. You're right. They did. Let's see. It got blocked. Definitely need this one fought. So it was blocked at 11 a.m. Friday, October 16th. When did it come out? Oh, probably that Sunday. I'm guessing that was like a Sunday release. Blocked at 11, disputed at noon. Released on Tuesday, November 10th? What? November 10th. From October 16th to November 10th? Maybe for that one. See, here's the thing with copyright claims is they're all different. There's not a uniform behavior to them. Possibly with Babysitter, what happened was they claimed it, it was blocked, and then when we filed the dispute in the interim period where the dispute was being resolved, it was allowed to be seen. That's not the case for all copyright claims and disputes, because with Fear Street Part 1, it was claimed, blocked, we disputed it, but then in that interim period while the dispute was being settled, it remained blocked. It was not freed to be watched. And I don't know what determines the availability of the video while the dispute is ongoing, but for Fear Street Part 1 anyway, it remained blocked. Fear Street 2, I think, still has a claim on it, but it's not blocked. I think that was a case where we disputed it, and then for whatever reason, it didn't get freed up immediately with the dispute. Yeah, it's still copyright claimed. It's still being disputed. And by the way, that any patrons here but said, I'm new, so hi, my name is Hiro, but said Hidol in English. Well, thank you, Hidol. Yeah, for any patrons, I'm sorry that the explicit version of the Fear Street 2 kill count is still blocked. Real briefly, the way this works is when a video gets copyright claimed, we dispute it. And 99% of the time, when you dispute it, it'll either be released or upheld, the copyright claim that is, and then you move on from there. The 1% of the time was Train to Busan. It was claimed, we disputed it, and then they were like, fine, we're going to give you a copyright strike in response. That was bad. And as you may know, having multiple copyright strikes on the channel is very dangerous, because 3 and your channel gets removed. So at this point, we have to play it kind of conservatively. And when we are disputing copyright claims, we only want to dispute them one at a time. Because say the Fear Street Part 2 kill count, we have the public and the explicit version. Say we dispute them both at the same time, and they happen, this is very rare, but just say that they happen to respond to both of those with copyright strikes, then we have 2 copyright strikes on the channel and 1 more and the channel disappears. So that's why right now we are disputing the claim on the public version of it, while the explicit version remains blocked. Sorry. That's how it goes.
With that, Sarah Fear is hanged by her neck. The music swells, and we see the real Sarah Fear, played by Elizabeth Scopel, as she recites her curse to Solomon Good, promising the truth will come out eventually. Once again, Fear eventually. Good, promising the truth will come out eventually. Once again.
Yeah, I got you, Jordan, thanks. Sorry, I forgot that the chat restarted.
Again, Fear Street moves me to frickin' tears. It's a truly emotional moment. I also like that one of these shots matches a sketch we saw in Josh's book in Part 1. Sarah, one of these shots matches the...
Huh. I thought there was another one. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to take this little part out because that's not what I had in mind, but maybe what I saw was in a weird, oops.
Truly emotional moment. Sarah Fear's friends were unable. truly emotional moment. Sarah Fier's friends were unable to save her life, but they at least want to give her a proper burial after death. They take her body from beneath the hanging tree, leaving behind the graffitied rock that would later be found by the Berman sisters in 1978. They move Sarah's body and bury it in a spot that would eventually be a ditch.
I guess it's not graffitied, engraved.
Body from beneath the hanging tree, leaving behind the graffitied rock that would later be found by the Berman sisters in 1978. They move Sarah's body and bury it in a spot that would eventually be a ditch on the side of a road, and from that spot, red moss spreads, a symbol of Sarah's truth, or something. Part of Sarah's pledge to Solomon was that she'd make sure the truth came out. That's why she appeared in visions to all the people who bled on her bones. Dina's the only one.
Oh, what was that?
Who bled on her bones. Dina's the only one who got the whole story, though, since she's the one.
Oh, that's the shot. That okay.
Though, since she's
Huh.
Dina's the only one who got the whole story, though, since she's the one who put Sarah Skelly back together. Now Dina knows that the good family is evil, which is gonna be tough to deal with when the current good is frickin' Sheriff. Title card, part 2. Yes, for the final 45 minutes of this trilogy, we're back in 1994. But now we know the whole story and know that the goods are bad, so Sheriff Nick Good is promoted to chief antagonist instead of mysterious figure on the edges of the story. As much as I love the 1666 segment, and as much as I didn't care for the first film, it's great to return to the movie's present to see the consequences of all the lurid history we've learned. Dina and Josh steal Sheriff Good's police car, haha, get wrecked, and Dina gives her brother a recap of everything she learned from her Bloodbone trip. Throughout their town's history, the good men have named sacrificial Shadysiders who become possessed and kill. The latest two being Ryan Torres and Sam, both named by an adult Nick Good. The blood of their victims fills the devil's tum-tum, and he rewards the Good family and their community with good times.
Thanks, Sean does stuff. Keep doing stuff, dude.
And their community with good times. We see another montage of Shadyside killers, but this time we see how each of them were named by various good boys, or good men, not dogs. You know what I mean.
Oh, he's blurring this little boy, little Barker boy.
Good men, not dogs. You know what I mean. I love how all the goods. What I mean.
Thanks, Made in Sky. You know what I get to do tonight? I'm playing a fucking game of poker. I'm so excited.
Not dogs. You know what I mean. I love how all the goods we see here are played by Ashley Zuckerman. I love how all the goods we see here are played by Ashley Zuckerman. That dude knows all about Succession. The only one he doesn't play is Nick Good from 78. The only one he doesn't play is Nick Good from 78, who named Tommy
Thanks, Stimpy.
who named Tommy Slater and got all those campers killed. What a dick. Speaking of the Shadyside killers, that blobby black brain is spitting out another round of them now. The so-called Heart of Darkness that sits below Shadyside Mall is the physical manifestation of the town's evil history, inspired by the nasty organic elements of the fly and the
Thank you, Frozen Soul. Hope you enjoy Hellraiser. Hell of a movie.
Inspired by the nasty organic elements of the Fly and the Alien series, production made a practical history. Inspired by the nasty organic elements.
I don't know if I want that shot in there. Is there a different shot to use than that? This fucking trailer. There's not really, huh?
The organic elements of the Fly and the Alien series, production made a practical build of the heart to use on set. In post-production, though, this was one of the biggest jobs for the visual effects team headed by Paul Graff. Simulating liquid is never easy. I like how the killers are still mid-transformation as they spawn, and they don't finish completely forming until they're up and walking around. Dina and John
There's actually a cool shot of them.
At the hand, something's happening on the hand, then you go to the arm, and then you go to the face. It's basically put the action and always where the
disgusting. The earliest iterations of this were comes up and her finger is like contorted and disgusting. The here where Ruby kind of her hand comes up and her finger is like contorted and disgusting. Early iterations of this were still like so
witness cam or track.
Oh, yeah.
There was no real witness cam or tracking dots or anything, so it all had to be hand tracked. It was extremely difficult.
Because this was not visually effective. We weren't going to still show them forming, and that was something that came later when we were in post and we were like, we should see this completing here.
We had a vendor who really like
liquid is never easy. I like how the killers are still mid-transformation as they spawn. And
then I think I will grab a clip from Fear Street Part 2. Looks like an article referenced that same... James, wait, what's up? What's going on? Is it confirmed to actually be Elizabeth? What's going on? Shit. Elizabeth Scopel? Catch me up on what's going on. If I talk about Elizabeth Scopel, please. Oh, okay. Did I actually use any pronouns with them? We see the real Sarah Fear, played by Elizabeth Scopel, as she recites her curse. I mean, she is Sarah Fear. The character Sarah Fear. And that's the only time I reference Elizabeth Scopel. So it's like how Alice is a female character being played. Ooh. Let's look at Zoran's work. I love watching Zoran's fucking trailers.
On the next kill count.
Hi, little meaties. It's me, James A. Janice.
Shit.
Oh, ignore the obvious difference. It's still the J-Man, okay?
This is cute. I like this.
Well, I've got another Friday the 13th recount for you, but this one is new. A new beginning.
Solid.
We finally get away from Crystal Lake to watch an older Tommy Jarvis freak out and kick ass. Around him are countless characters who are absolutely hilarious.
I got a bomb on me. I swear to you.
Intentionally and unintentionally.
You damn enchiladas!
And of course there's Jason, the real Jason. You know, just like me, the real James. Yes, I've got them all fooled.
What the hell's going on here?
This week, watch Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, a once-maligned oddity that has seen reappraisal in recent years. And on Friday, tune in for the informational kill count recount, only on Dead Meat.
It's showtime.
Friday the 13th, A New Beginning can currently be watched on the pictured streaming platforms.
Boom.
He always recommends you watch the movie for yourself. Your own
Shit.
Oh, It's me, James H.
Okay. So I think I want the clips of Jason in the blue mask to be. Let me see. Imagining the clips of It's Me in the beginning having Roy Burns? Huh. But the way you did it might work. And by Roy Burns, I mean blue mask Jason. Let me watch that one more time.
On the next kill count.
Hi, little meaties. It's me, James H. Anise.
For shit.
Oh, ignore the obvious difference. It's still the J-Man, okay?
This is cute. I like this.
Oh, I've got another Friday the 13th recount for.
Yeah, because that's the dual purpose of it's still the J-Man line. Means me and Jason. We're both J-Mans. I've not seen Suicide Squad. Thank you, Irish Fireman Sam. Please don't use supercuts to request kill cats. Not fair to those who don't have can't afford super chats, not supercuts, super chats. So there's a shot of Ruby Lane finishing forming as she walks up. Is it this shot? Is it right here? Is it here maybe? I thought there was a shot of her like. Is it that right there? God, these fucking screen rips from Netflix that I have to do are such lower quality than Blu-rays. It's nasty. I don't like it.
I like how the killers are still mid-transformation as they spawn, and they don't finish completely forming.
Did I buy the new Friday set for the recounts? I did, but I also have the older collection of them, and I compared the video quality on both of them, and I actually went with the older ones instead of the Scream. The Scream Factory ones are the slightest bit cropped.
They don't finish completely forming until they're up and walking around.
So I don't know why that is the case, but I ended up using the older Blu-ray. I kind of like the color grading more on the Scream Factory versions, but I figured seeing more of the frame is better.
Until they're up and walking around. Dina and Josh get back to Ziggy Berman and tell her about Sheriff Good. Girl's shook when she finds out her camp crush is actually finds out her camp crush is actually the cause of Shadyside's pain and suffering. The curse never came from Sarah Fear, it came from the Goods and their deal with the devil. To finally end the curse, since they can't kill the devil,
We need to kill Nick Good.
since they the devil to find the devil to finally end the curse, since they can't kill the devil,
We need to kill Nick.
kill the devil.
We need to kill Nick Good.
Ah, good parody joke, Dina. Since they can't kill the devil.
We need to kill Nick Good.
Ah.
Need to kill Nick good.
Ah, good. Good parody joke, Dina, if the NSA happens to be listening. Josh takes Dina and Ziggy to someone who might be able to help them. Martin the mall janitor, who we've seen harassed by Sheriff Good. He gave Josh his business card in Fear Street Part 1 after the kid helped him out in the police station. Their proposal is straight to the point.
Want to help us kill Sheriff Good? Let me get my coat.
Again, parody! Any government listening? Straight to the point.
Want to help us kill Sheriff Good? Help us kill Sheriff Good? Want to help us kill Sheriff Good? Let me get my coat.
Again,
Want to help us kill Sheriff Good? Let me get my coat.
Again, parody! Any government listening? Martin doesn't think they're actually gonna kill the sheriff for realsies, and he doesn't know what they mean. And he doesn't know what. Martin doesn't think they're actually gonna kill the sheriff for realsies, and he doesn't know what they mean when they start talking about monsters.
What's going on with the on-screen chat? What? On-screen chat. On-screen chat frozen? I don't know. Okay. Refresh. There you go. Fucking happy? Are you fucking happy? Are you fucking happy? I fixed it. Just for you guys.
For realsies, and he doesn't know what they mean when they start talking about monsters. They start realsies, and he doesn't know what they mean when they start talking about monsters.
What's really going on here?
Talking about monsters.
What's really going on?
I did find Fear Street too visually dark to see certain scenes, Gabrielle. I forgot to mention that, actually.
Start talking about monsters.
What's really going on here?
It's weird to me that despite the confusion, he agreed to go to the mall and help them anyway, but I don't know, maybe he was just bored and going with the flow. Honestly, I'm just happy we're back at the Shadyside Mall. I love that Fear Street's grand finale happens in the same place the trilogy began. Malls are always great in horror movies, and this one's got fun colored lights thanks to that Spencer's Like store. Not Hot Topic-esque, I misspoke in the Part 1 kill count. Martin is shown the possessed Sam and is all like, oh no, dog! He also finds proof that Sheriff Good has been framing him. In Part 1, we saw Good holding Martin in a jail cell on charges of spray painting the mall. Now Martin learns that the paint was planted, which, to be fair, Good already outright admitted.
These are actually my cans.
Good's been spray painting Sarah Fear graffiti. Graffiti? All over.
Yeah, it was shockingly hard to see, actually, for a movie that was, like, you know, designed to be released on Netflix, so being watched at home. What up, Samantha Lynn, fellow Michigander? What part of Michigan you in?
Over town to keep the story of her curse alive. Paying Sarah Fear graffiti. Graffiti? All over town to keep the story of her curse alive. And ward off any suspicion towards his successful family's involvement. Man, that Good guy is one bad guy. They might need a cheat code if they want to beat him in the end.
Up, up. Down, down.
Or we can just talk about kick-ass YouTube channels. So that's cool too, Josh. Dina gives it beat him in the end.
Up, up.
Born in Jackson, now in Hillsdale. Okay. Let me see where those are. I don't know off the top of my head.
Beat him in the end.
Up, up.
I mean, Jackson's west, right? By Donick Patrice. Jackson, is that like by Battle Creek? No? Oh, it's between Ann Arbor and Battle Creek. Okay. So it's a little west of me, and now you're in Hillsdale? Not west of me, now west of where I was. Hillsdale is southwest of that. Okay, cool. So you're like South Mid Michigan.
Down.
Or we can just talk about kick-ass YouTube channels. That's cool too, Josh. Dina gives an inspirational speech to her brother and these two adults she's only recently met. She says they're gonna avenge the countless Shady-Siders who have been sacrificed and killed in the name of good. They kick things off with one of those stupid hand slices, and the Offspring playing on the soundtrack. When it comes to the Shadyside monsters, they've got to keep them separated. Their plan involves booby traps, super soakers, and Dina's blood mixed with glow-in-the-dark paint, then Dina's blood mixed with Dina's blood, and Dina's blood mixed with glow-in-the-dark and Dina's blood mixed with glow-in-the-dark paint then makes it show up under black lights. Before the monsters can show up, the Sunnyvale police force does. Officer Kopinski finds Martin and Ziggy, who react to a cop pointing a gun at them in very different ways, no doubt owing to historical encounters. Before he can decide what to do, Kopinski gets stabbed in the back by Harry Rooker, the milkman killer. Another cop, Officer Kuzio, joins him on the kill count when the milkman stabs him in the stomach. I guess the milkman killed those cops because they were somehow in his way. It's the kind of flexible rule that got Peter and the hospital staff killed in part 1, and it allows our Shadyside heroes to avoid slaughtering as the killers follow Dina's blood trails single-mindedly. 4 of the monsters are lured into various stores in the mall and are trapped inside with security gates by Ziggy, Martin, and Josh. But none of these undead goons are the true big bad of the series. That distinction lies with Sheriff Nick Good, who meets Ziggy Berman face-to-face in the Shadyside Mall courtyard. Flashback Nick Good meets Ziggy Berman face-to-face in the Shadyside Mall courtyard.
I do like Fear Street series, and I like this third one the best. Who's Belial? Someone has to go watch the Basket Case movies and or kill counts.
Flashback memories are had aplenty, and Ziggy pushes past her summer camp romance to enact the revenge she always wanted to, a Carrie-style blood dump. That makes Nick a target for all the monsters now being freed, but the bastard grabs Ziggy and rubs all that monster juice
Like, I like this part of the movie, too. I like this, like, plan. I think it's pretty fun. Ties back to her plan in part 2.
Grabs Ziggy and rubs all that monster juice on her, too. In the ensuing chaos, Sheriff Good gets away and is followed by Dina as the others find safety behind the security gates. To deal with the monsters, they spray them down with the blood that drives them so crazy, setting off a very violent, very kick-ass free-for-all where it's every mob for itself. They tear each other to pieces, but since they're already dead and reconstituting themselves as we speak, I'm not putting any of them on the kill count. Dina tracks Nick through mall locations built over historic spots in town, and because of her extended Sarah Fear flashback, she knows this grate leads to the tunnel system formed by Solomon Good. Solomon Good's deal with the devil. It's the same spot Sarah Fear once kicked out of that led into the church, and then that much later, Cindy Berman kicked out of to wind up in the Nightwing mess hall. Underground, Dina calls out for Nick Good, and he yells back that his family deserves everything they have. Solomon earned it for them when he made this devil cave. While he goes on his entitlement rant, the previously tied-up possessed Sam
We're getting there. We're almost there.
somehow escapes. The previously tied-up possessed Sam somehow escapes. She runs through the mall and hops down into the tunnel where she catches up with Dina and starts fighting her. At the same time, Josh fights another Shadyside monster, Ruby Lane, but since both siblings recite the Konami code as a personal mantra, they're able to win their respective fights. Though, to be fair, Josh gets assistance from Ziggy Berman with a gun. Really glad Berman didn't Brita that up. Sheriff Good finds a weakened Dina.
That's about how I felt at this point also. What, Josh? Just the like, oh, almost done. Yeah. Yeah, almost done, dude. Almost done. Yeah, we're in the end game here. I see Sheriff Nick Good's kill graphic coming up there. Oh. And then we have the to the numbers bit. I had Mike do it to the numbers bit for us.
Sheriff Good finds a weakened Dina by the goopy Heart of Darkness and beats her down while saying he's gonna frame her. Girl, he's gonna frame you so good. In an act of desperation, Dina presses Nick's hand to the organism, which gives him a mental montage of all of this trilogy's nasty kills.
God damn it, Billy. You are always popping up. Just fucking beating that head with a bat. It's just always so nasty.
All of this trilogy's nasty kills. Once again,
Oh.
nasty kills.
Can I have that one in there? Let's go ahead and make that censored too. Because YouTube is not all about MeTube.
Once again, Seraphir's Cursing of Solomon plays in voiceover, as the shady side victims of all killers and eras pop up to torment Nick. The last is Seraphir, who stabs Nick Good in the eye and kills him. Oh, actually, Dina did it. She stabbed the sheriff, but she didn't stab the deputy. The killing of Nick Good finally ends the shady side curse and gets rid of the monsters once and for all. It also breaks Sam free of her possession, so free of her possession, so good job, Dina. You saved your girlfriend and killed the bad guy. That's pretty dope. They watch as the sacrificial Shady Sider names are erased from the wall, and as the witch's mark unengraves itself from the cave floor. They find an exit leading to a fancy home that can only belong to Nick Good. Huh, shitty guy, but I kinda dig his house. Maybe not the Ram decor, but I love a good family tree. Oh, I mean a well-made family tree, not like the good you know what I mean.
We're so close to being fucking done. Yes, we are. We're so fucking close to being fucking done. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Who's stacking me? Just curious. James, you edit a lot, don't you? Yep. What mic do I use? Right here, this is a Rode Procaster. For the kill count, I use a lavalier mic that I forget the exact make and model of.
Not like the good you know what I mean. Dina and Sam emerge on a rich-looking street smack dab in Sunnyvale, where they're greeted with neighborly scorn and skepticism. Joke's on that guy, though. Neighborly scorn.
That should be suspicion, not skepticism.
Skepticism. Joke's on
hi Robert Conwell. Yeah, we did a commentary track for Tusk. Hey, thanks Pink Barbie. Welcome to the channel.
on that guy, though. He's killed in a sudden car accident with a garbage truck. Tragedy has finally arrived in Sunnyvale. The truth comes out about Nick Good's bullshit, and a bunch of little character beats are given closure. I like the part where Ziggy reunites with her summer camp pal Nurse Lane. As another Pixies track plays, Dina and Sam pay respects to Sarah Fear, the first Shady Sider. Hey Sam, what if we kissed over that weird red moss and also Sarah Fear's grave? The movie ends with the camera taking a trip to the Shady Side Mall. It goes through the floor grate and the extensive tunnel system to find the witch's book sitting at the altar, at least until an unknown person grabs it.
Okay, let me pee. Pee real fast and then moving on. We're getting there.
Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego.
Sorry. All right. Numbers. What up, Richard Curtis? Thank you. You know what? This might just be easier to use the export that Mike did instead of trying to recreate it in Premiere. Let's see. Wait, what? That's not right. Oh, here we go.
Person grabs it. Let's finish learning.
Ooh. Oh, fuck. Man, I do have to relink all this shit. Fuck me. Okay. Link media. What do we got here? This would be in movie files. This would be in fuck. VO2.mov. That's this file, isn't it? VO2. I think that's right. Then what is this? This would be project files. This. Okay, right there. Okay. How's this work?
Let's finish learning all the facts to the story.
Thank you, Pink Barbie. I think any community is going to have its issues if you're hearing the wrong people, but I think as a whole, the horror community is, on average, probably more accepting, maybe? I don't know. I like to think so. Thank you, Justin Odell. Stranger Things kill counts are by far the most difficult.
Get to the numbers. But first, the widow Mary hooked me up with some primo blueberries. Let's see what happens here. Oh, whoa, pretty good stuff.
Fucking Mike, dude. He just elevates that shit. Oh, whoa. What did he do? A bunch of different versions here? What is going on here? What's all this? What's this?
Unknown person grabs it. Let's finish learning. Grabs it. Let's finish learning all the facts to the story and get to the numbers. First, the widow Mary hooked me up with some free blueberries. Let's see what happens here. Sitting at the altar, at least until an unknown person grabs it. Let's finish learning all the facts to the story and get to the numbers. But first, the widow Mary hooked me up with some. But first, the widow Mary hooked me and get to the numbers. But the facts to the story and get to the numbers. But first, the widow Mary hooked me up with some primo blueberries. Mary hooked me up with some primo blueberries. Primo blueberries. Let's see what happens. Get to the numbers. But first. An unknown person grabs it. Let's finish learning all the facts to the story and get to the numbers. But first, the widow Mary hooked me up with some primo blueberries. Let's see what happens here. Oh, whoa, pretty good stuff. We had 19 kills in Fear Street Part 3, the most of the entire trilogy. There were 10 male victims and 9 female victims, the only Fear Street movie with more dead dudes than ladies. With a runtime of 114 minutes, that left us with a kill on average every 6 minutes flat. I'll give the golden every 6 minutes flat. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Sarah Fear. Not because it was gory or anything, but because it was so epic and poignant. This is the moment the whole trilogy hangs on, literally, and boy did they nail it. Great work. Doma said he for lamest kill will go to
Do I have an idea who took the book? No. No one does. Lee Janiak doesn't. It's just there to set up a future thing.
Will go to officers Kapinski and Kuzio, who were simply stabbed to death by the milkman. And yet, Shiny Shady Cider will go to Harry Rooker.
Oof. Fuck.
Shady Cider will go to Harry.
Hmm.
And yet, Shiny
Maybe.
And yet, Shiny Shady Cider will go to
What's this? And then what's this? Okay. They are not making a fourth Fear Street. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Definitely gonna make another Fear Street. That shit did so well on Netflix, dude.
And yet, Shiny Shady Cider will go to Harry Rooker, Milkman. And yet, Shiny Shady Cider will go to Harry Rooker, will go to Milkman. And yet, Shiny Shady Cider will go to Harry Rooker, will go to Harry Rooker, aka the Milkman who killed housewives in 1950. Milkman got a solid push in part 278, and I'm glad to see him prove he's a main eventer with 2 kills here. I'm not alone in loving him either.
You see him.
Go to Harry Rooker, aka the Milkman who killed housewives in 1950.
I need to have a little here. Fuck, I'm getting hungry. I'll probably finish this video off stream because I think I'm gonna, after I get through this on the timeline, probably sign off just so I can eat something. I've only had fruit today. Need something that's not fruit. Ah, man, do we have a discrepancy between the part 1, part 2 subtitles? Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Why does it say part 1 spelled out, and then this is part 2 with a number? Shit. Fear Street part... It's with the numbers, right? Oh, fuck. How have I been doing it with the kill counts? Thank you, Richard Curtis. Hey, what up, Liam Curtis? How you doing, Liam? Hope you're doing well, dude. Fear Street. I did it with the numbers. How does Netflix do it? I guess that would be the official thing. Fuck. Netflix. Fear Street. They do it with the numbers. Okay. So that's how it should be. Then, fuck, I'm going to have to go through and make sure that these are with the numbers then. Where did that get placed?
Wives in 1950. Milkman got a solid push in part 278, and I'm glad to see him prove he's a main eventer with 2 kills here. I'm not alone in loving him either.
You see him in real life, it'll change your whole life. You be in therapy with me.
A lot of the cast cited him as the scariest killer on set, and that's
Oh, that. I want that clip here.
alone in loving him either. A lot of the cast cited him as the scariest killer on set.
You see him in real life.
Scariest killer on set.
You see him in real life. It'll change your whole life. You be in therapy with me.
Laugh is great.
You be in therapy with me.
And that's it. Fear Street Part 3, 1666, came out like its predecessors in July 2021 on Netflix. The trilogy was a resounding success.
Is that how you say that? Resounding?
Resounding.
Resounding.
That's
what I thought. That's why I did multiple takes of it.
66 came out like its predecessors in July 2021 on Netflix. The trilogy was a resounding. Takes a ton of people, and while it takes a ton of people, a Venner with 2 kids alone in love respects. As another Pixies track plays, Dean and Sam pay respects to Sarah was killed on set. Like this, relations to her, resounding success.
There it is.
The trilogy was a resounding success, and resounding. The trilogy was a resounding success, and trilogy was a resounding success, and while it takes a ton of people to pull off something like this, I've got to commend Lee Janiak in particular for masterminding and spending 2 years working on
Why did spending sound weird?
It takes a ton of people to pull off something particular for masterminding and spending 2 years
You in Lincoln Park, Eric Priblisky?
masterminding and spending 2 years working on.
Ah, fuck me. Hit the wrong button.
For masterminding and spending 2 years working on this project. Congratulations. For masterminding.
What was that? Ah, that weird, like, glitch that's not really there.
The Fear Street books kind of...
Unless it is.
Observation.
The Fear Street books kind of hit that...
For masterminding and spending 2 years working on this in particular. For masterminding and spending 2 years working on this project. Congratulations to her, and I'm glad she's already talking about doing more with the series.
We have ideas. We have ideas. For sure.
Until next.
We have ideas.
I always like this woman's interviews. I forgot her name, unfortunately, but I follow her on Twitter. I like her.
Doing more with the series.
We have ideas.
She has a Barry Sachs right there in the background. Oh, Born Down River in Trenton? Nice.
With the series.
We have ideas.
Doing more with the series.
We have ideas. We have ideas.
Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this.
Okay, and then trailer needs to go here. Do I have that from Zoran? Okay, I gotta wait for that to come in from Zoran. So, how long is this thing? 24. That's fine. I think that's about it. I guess. Yeah, I gotta do the ADR and everything. So that's it for me on the live stream. I gotta finish the rest of this and then get it out in time for tomorrow. But I did make the thumbnail already. What y'all think about that? Is that all right? I haven't been super satisfied with the Fear Street thumbnails. This is the one I feel best about of the ones that I made, but hopefully that's a good one. All right. I need to eat something. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. And yeah, now that you mention it, Son of Monsterpalooza got canceled. I'm super fucking sad about it. It was the one convention we were going to do this year. First convention for us to do since 2019. I fucking love conventions, and you know, it was a really hard decision to decide not to go to Texas Frightmare. And part of what made that decision a little bit easier was knowing we could go to Son of Monster Palooza shortly after, and it's been canceled, and really fucking sucks, but I understand. So I fingers crossed that in 2022 that we'll be able to, you know, get back to doing conventions. We'll be at Halloween Horror Nights, so at least there's that. But definitely bummed that the one convention. It just sucks because so far we've only had a table at one convention. It was a very fun convention, Scarecon, but it's also a pretty small one up in Rochester, New York. That was at the end of 2019. It was in October of 2019. That was the only one that we've had a table at so far. And, you know, October 2019, how many subs did we have? That was probably like 2 million subs ago. So I can't imagine what a table at this point in time with the channel's size at a bigger convention would be. And I was really looking forward to Texas Frightmare and Son of Monster Palooza this year. And unfortunately, we'll just have to keep waiting to see what happens when we have a booth at a big convention. But, yeah. So if you were planning to meet us at Texas Frightmare or Son of Monster Palooza, just, you know, it'll happen. Just not as soon as we thought or hoped for. I'm going to go eat something, finish this video, and then I get to play poker tonight, which I'm really excited for. And then tomorrow I get to watch AEW. So I'm finally at the end of this hellacious month of work. And the light's at the end of the tunnel. I just got to do a few more things with this episode, and then I'm done. So there's that. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And I'll see you on the next stream. And tune in tomorrow, please, for the Fear Street 3 kill count. All right. Bye, everybody.